Hi, the last table. Hopefully,
Save the best for last, maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Let's find out. So, with us, Jason Dube. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man?
Doing good. So, you're the last table, like I said. Everyone's looking at everything over there. What did you bring for the first ever mini IndieCon?
Mini Indie. We brought the special, exclusive Flying Colors variant edition of Awesome Sauce #1.
Gotta love that title, if anything.
And
Awesome Sauce.
We printed 15 copies only for this event. We already have them numbered, and we got them here, and they're flying off the table.
Okay. So, what is? Don't give the whole thing away, but what is it about?
Okay, so Awesome Sauce is our all-ages anthology comic, and basically there's 3 different stories inside the comic itself, self-contained. One's called Little Goths, written by me and drawn by Bex Carosa. Hero Sally, that was written and drawn by Noel Serrato, and then Comics versus Manga, which is, again, written by me and then artwork by Timothy James.
Okay.
It's a way to present something for the younger audience, as well as show off the different talents at Scattered Comics.
Okay. And what else? What are all these over here?
Okay, so the way I set up the table today is we went from all ages to the more mature. Going across, we got Panda Days, which is a cute, fun comic book about a girl who is being tormented by evil ninjas, but no one can see these ninjas but her. So her friends think she's kind of whacked out because she's always fighting them off, but it looks like she's dancing. That's just kind of like the beginning part of that kind of story. It's just a lot of fun. Scattered, which is a supernatural adventure about 4 main characters that visit the spirit world, and then going over to Shadow Hunters.
Wait, but they're not there, or they just visit the spirit world?
They're exploring the spirit world. So one of the main characters is actually an angel.
Okay.
So she's come from the spirit world.
Okay.
But the rest are mortal, but they explore the spirit world with her. And then finally I got Shadow Hunters over here, which is a horror action comic book that features the 3 main girls. One's a vampire, one's a werewolf, one's a witch, and they're basically fighting off this demon infestation of the city. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, there's a government agency that hunts everything supernatural. So while they're trying to save the city's hunting them. So that's just kind of the background.
Always
of that.
something.
There's always gotta be. Whoops. So.
And what's this one?
And then this is actually, I called it Thoughts and Scribbles, and it's kind of a sketchbook of all the past work. And I kind of show not only like sketches, but also like the progress of how I kind of go into inking and then how it looks like when it's colored. So I got a little bit of kind of my art progress in there. So.
Is this kind of like on a DVD, the bonus features, kind of like that?
There
kinda
you go.
like
Yeah, it's like the bonus features.
Yeah.
And then I'm selling these with you get a free sketch inside each one. So
it's pretty cool because a lot of people who come out to like Free Comic Book Day and to these events that Joe puts on, they do want to be writers or artists, and so it's kind of cool for them to see how an actual artist and writer
I've met a lot of different artists and writers that the first thing they ask is how long have you been doing this and how did you break into it and how can I get into this. And that's when I kind of lead into my whole, I actually run a studio that I hire artists and colorists, and we make comic books for other people for.
Yeah. Now, when you said that perked up somebody's ears out there. So talk about that. Talk about the studio you're running.
You can contact us at. Scattered Studios is actually I call it a one-stop shop for comic book creators. A client will come to the studio. They actually, like a salad bar, they go through the artist list and they select which artist they want, which colorist they want. So they make their own creative team and they say, I want you guys to do my comic book. And so then I contact those artists and say, are you available? And then basically they create the comic book. We get to the client, ready to go to the printers. We even actually help you market it a little bit. And that's how the studio works.
I like that.
And we bring artists that are looking for work. They come to the studio. I always tell them, you can join the studio, but also be out there and be looking for your own work as well, because sometimes there are seasons where no work's coming in. You don't want the studio just to be your only source of work coming in. But
is there stuff that you won't take or do you look for a certain kind of story, or
You know, personally, I try to shy away from like the more, I guess, anything past an R rating. I don't really feel comfortable doing those kind of comic books, but some of the artists in the studio don't have problems with it. So I'll contact some of those artists and say, you know, if you want to do this on the side, I don't really want to deal with it, but if you guys you need the work, here's some work. But yeah, we'll take any kind of storyline as far as if it's, you know, crazy and wacky, you know, there's nothing that we won't do.
Yeah, I was thinking more specifically, like, do you go just for like the superhero kind of stuff, or just sci-fi, or
you know,
just
whatever
horror?
the clients want. Yeah, we got everything from, you know, zombies stories to superheroes.
Who doesn't
to
nowadays? Zombie stories.
Yeah, to talking cars. To, you know, anything that the clients can come up with. You know, we'll help flesh it out. You know, some of the stories aren't quite developed yet. They have a concept, and so we actually help them with the writing as well.
Okay. So yeah, you're right. It is like a one-stop shop. Just go.
Yeah. So Scatter Studios is that's kind of the we make the books for other people, and then Scattered Comics is our publishing, where we are making our own books and sell them to the
So
the public.
Somebody wants to contact you guys. How do they do that?
They can contact me directly at scattered_cat at Yahoo. You could visit the website scatteredcomics.com, and there's contact information there. We are Scattered Comics, the publishing side. We do bring in creator-owned projects. So if you're somebody that has a comic book, and have been self-publishing, but you want to start maybe trying to get into a bigger company that we can help distribute you and get you into conventions and stuff like that, that's what we're all about, and we'll take submission. We're taking new submissions in November.
Now, I'm sure that's one of the first questions they ask you, but I'll ask them in case somebody's wondering. If it's creator-owned, does it stay creator-owned when it comes to you guys?
Scattered Comics, the way we are is we don't take any money from the creators. We don't want any rights for their stuff. They keep all the rights. They still are their own bosses. They want to market it the way they want to do it themselves. They still can. The only thing we actually do is we bring them in. We put the little S logo on the cover to make it part of our umbrella company, and then we help market it and get into shops, get into conventions and signings. So it's just another way for you to get your book out there more, but the creators keep everything.
Yeah, and I have to ask that only because a lot of people that are thinking like, hey, that would be what I want, but they're kind of hesitant because, well, doesn't mean I have to give it over to them.
A lot, I've been hearing from people that have joined Scattered that they have joined other publishing groups before where they would take percentage of their profits, or they would take some of the rights, ownerships of it. And being a self-publisher myself for 20 years plus, I really don't see the reason. I mean, these creators, they're putting all their hard work into these things. Why I don't see why anyone should be taking a piece of that hard work. So that's just what I believe, and that's what we do here at Scattered.
Yeah, see, so he gets it, and so go out there and say, hey, help me out. He will. So again, you were the last one. So we're not done yet. As we record this, we still have a few hours to go. But from what you've seen, what do you think so far?
This has been awesome.
IndieCom.
This has really been awesome. And Joe, the owner here, was just out here, and we were talking about what a great turnout this has been. And this is definitely, an indicator of things to come, I think, for him doing more of these kind of shows, and I think this is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've been at conventions. They tend to have the big three: Image, DC, Marvel, all that. But you guys need help too. That's part of the reason why we do shows like this, so we can get you guys to get the word out.
Right. Thank you too for the spotlight.
Yeah, no problem. So again, give them the website one more time where they can go.
Sure. Scatteredcomics.com for the publishing side of it. If you're an artist or colorist looking for work, you can contact me at scattered_cat at yahoo.com, or go to the studio site, which is scatteredcomicsstudios.com.
Yeah, I'll get them all. I know there's a lot of you who don't just watch the video. You actually do read the description. I'll put it in there for you guys.
Yeah, that'll be easy. Just cut and paste it.
Yeah. So thanks a lot, Jason.
That's a big, long address. I don't think they're going to want it.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, man.